Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to Sector for Nerds. I'm Ryan Brower, and today I'm here to give you guys a list of the 5 things we need to see in the Ahsoka series. But first up, make sure you guys like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. If we can do that, we will do a watch party live stream of an entire Star Wars trilogy. As far as which trilogy we do, we'll cross that bridge as we get to it. Probably do a poll or something. But make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. It's free and it really helps support me as a content creator. I'll also leave a link in the description below for my other YouTube channel called Top 10 Character Moments. It's a place where I make top 10 videos on my favorite characters' best moments and why I like them so much. If you guys watch this channel on a regular basis, it's no secret that I'm very excited for the Ahsoka series because Ahsoka Tano is my favorite character in Star Wars. And because it's a show about Ahsoka Tano, I have a lot of expectations, a lot of very high expectations, and I believe with Dave Filoni at the helm of this project, I do believe that it's gonna not only surpass my expectations, but just be so much better than I could ever imagine it could be. Now, with that being said, there are some things that I really would like to see in that show, so we're gonna talk about them right now. And there's really no specific order that these things go in. It's of importance. It's just like 5 things that I really want to see coming out of this Ahsoka series. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to see in the Ahsoka series is the Wrath of Thrawn. Thrawn's got a bit of a reputation. If you read the Heir to the Empire trilogy, whether you've watched Star Wars Rebels, he's always had that reputation. We see that Thrawn was teased in The Mandalorian Season 3, right? With Moff Gideon and all the other members of the Empire that were there. And it would be very cool to see Thrawn becoming the new heir to the Empire, the one that's like running the ship now, right? I do believe that Thrawn is going to start to play a bigger picture in the Mandoverse going forward. I believe that he is going to be the new head honcho, the new main villain to go after. We're going to establish that in the Ahsoka series, and then whatever this movie is that's going to tie in with the Mandoverse, I believe that he is going to be the main villain of that movie. I've been saying this for a long time now. It's going to be this huge crossover event between Mando, Book of Boba, Ahsoka, Skeleton Crew. It's going to have all those characters, and it's all going to be them teaming up to face off against Thrawn and his army. Now, what does this mean for the Ahsoka series? Well, Thrawn is probably the one that's keeping Ezra held captive right now. I mean, we don't know what on earth happened since the time of Rebels. So maybe that's something we dive into, and we dive into what Thrawn has been doing. And I can't wait because we got Lars Mikkelsen returning, not only just the voice of Thrawn, but the actor who plays him as well. Very exciting times, you guys, but let's get into the next thing on my list, and that is great lightsaber battles. It has been a minute since we've had some good lightsaber battles in Star Wars, and I need it. We're gonna have a lot of lightsaber users in this, right? We've got Ahsoka. It seems like there's gonna be an Inquisitor in there. We've got some other people that I guess are gonna end up serving Thrawn that were like former Jedi, one of which is gonna be played by Ray Stevenson. Rest in peace, Ray. We're gonna see Sabine with Ezra's lightsaber. There was that teaser they released like a couple days ago. I think there's gonna be a lot of great lightsaber action in this show. Heck, I would love it if they did a flashback scene of the Ahsoka Vader fight, but doing it with live action. Especially if there's going to be a world between worlds time travel element to it, I'd be down. Next thing we need to see in the Ahsoka series, finding Ezra. Now, it is very curious, right? Because the way that they made it sound like in the trailer, when Sabine talks with Ahsoka, she says it's been a while and times have changed or whatever. So I do think that maybe some time has passed since they both went to go look for Ezra. Maybe that final scene of Rebels is something that happened like a few years back, right? And they went to go search for Ezra. The search failed, the trail went cold, but now all of a sudden with Thrawn's return, there's a chance that he's still out there. So if they find Thrawn, they can potentially find Ezra. We even see Sabine looking at a hologram of him, so surely it's something that these two are set out to do. And it'll be great to get Ezra back and potentially reuniting with Sabine. But speaking of reuniting, segue, the next thing on my list is a Ghost Crew reunion. One of the biggest mistakes made by the new trilogy was never having Luke, Han, and Leia reuniting on screen together. And I really hope that this show doesn't make the same mistake. And I guess, you know what? It doesn't even have to be in this show. This could be something that we see in the giant crossover movie as well, but I would really like to see it in the Ahsoka series. I mean, we know we're gonna get Sabine, we've got Hera, we've got Chopper, we just saw Zeb in The Mandalorian, Ezra's most likely gonna be around. Like, let's get the crew back together. They had a Force Ghost Kanan there, I'd really go crazy. What can I say? I love Star Wars Rebels. Alright guys, the final thing that I think we really need to see in this show, and something that's probably gonna make a lot of people lose their minds as well, and that is Ahsoka reuniting with Anakin. There is a question, right, of how much does Ahsoka know at this point? Because the last time we saw her, she felt like she was kind of under the impression that Anakin was dead and that he never came back, right? Like he was dark side all the way. We don't know. Maybe Luke told her what happened, but maybe she's denied it. Maybe it isn't until she's reunited with her Force Ghost master that she finally believes it. Just imagine Hayden Christensen just like popping up on screen being like, hey Snips, like, oh, that'd be so sick. I'd lose it. Emotions, I feel like, would be running at an all-time high for a lot of people watching this show. Now, I keep hearing these reports that like, oh, Hayden Christensen is supposed to be in the show, but like, I don't feel like I've seen anything that actually confirms that right now. You know what I'm saying? Because like, people can say stuff like, oh, there's reports, and that's why I always take reports with like a pinch of salt, because what do people actually know? What do they not know? And when it comes to like the Star Wars reporting side of things, I don't necessarily know like who all of the credible sources are and who all the not credible sources are. Like if we were talking professional wrestling, like I could be like, okay, here's all the credible sources, here's all the not credible sources. But when it comes to Star Wars, I haven't really dug deep into that realm. But I think it's also because I like to try and stay away from that kind of stuff when it comes to Star Wars, because like I just want, like, I want to be surprised as much as I can, you know? So whether or not we actually get Anakin in this show, I don't know, but if we did, it would be so freaking cool. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up my list for the 5 things we need to see in the Ahsoka series. Let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see in the Ahsoka series. Hopefully you guys are excited as much as I am. And just remember, once the Ahsoka show is released, we're going to be doing new discussion videos every week when that series is released. I'm talking about each episode of the show. What? There's going to be like 8 episodes, I think. So that's like Mando length right there. I cannot wait, you guys. Hopefully you guys will be there for the ride. Make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others to help support the channel, and I will see you guys next time.